What's up, guys? Stealth Dragon, and I gotta tell you that I think September and October are gonna be great months for gaming because we have a lot of games that are coming out post-apocalyptic, and we also have a lot of shooter zombie games. We have the Diablo series, we have the Silent Hill 2, we have Black Ops 6. It's going to be a great autumn this year when it comes to the gaming, and we have the PS5 Pro that's going to be hopefully releasing really soon. There's a lot of good games. Sony, there's a lot of rumors going on with the whole new PS Vita 2 being released, an actual console that is handheld, that is basically a true next-gen gaming handheld console. So it will be the kind of console that plays the games, and it's going to be native. So that is something that is impressive. Now, when it comes down to all the gaming news, interesting, yes. Now, if the PS5 Pro is going to be $700, I'm thinking $699 for the disc version and $599 for the digital. That's still going to be a little expensive. So this is what Sony did. You know, Xbox, everyone's saying that Xbox, didn't make the right decision by including a Series S, and I get it. But Sony, on the other hand, made it kind of probable for gamers that are buying the digital version. They cannot buy physical copies. So, for $100 less, are you willing to sacrifice all that time for not being able to buy a physical copy? I think that's not a good decision, in my opinion, because there's some games you want to collect. So with the disc option, you can buy the game physical and then you can buy the game digital. So I like that much better. That to me is ultimate when it comes to decision. So it's one of those things where I prefer to have the console with the disc edition. Every single PS5 I've bought in has the disc edition built in. I will not buy a digital version just because I feel like it's lacking in a feature that I need for my gaming ecosystem. So yes, with the disc version, I can still play my digital games, I can play my physical games. The digital games that I decide to buy, those are easier access to the portal. And I gotta admit, when the portal first came out, there was a lot of things that people didn't like with the portal, but now and over time with all the updates, it's actually becoming better and better and better. So why wouldn't the PS Vita 2 be so much better native, meaning the game's original programming into the handheld? That to me is achievable. So with that being said, I am psyched about all these news, the rumors. So PS5 Pro, huge win right there. I'm going to be pre-ordering that. And when it comes to the games, the digital games, I can still include those in my library because let's face it, when it comes down to buying these games, sometimes we don't want to buy the physical copy because we don't want to keep switching the disc. I get it, but some people have a scare of thinking that once these digital games run out of internet provider service, we no longer have them. And if that is true, then that means that the games that we buy digital, we don't really own. There's a rental period. So, we'll see, because I bought in a lot of digital games, and I don't feel like nothing has been shut off. The only games that are really shut off are the ones that truly nobody wants to play, and it doesn't make sense to keep them on if we're not even playing them anymore. But then we're either wasting our money by buying digital, or we're making the right decision by buying physical, and then we sell it, which is worth pennies to the value over time. So or it could be worth a lot because of how good the game ended up, you know? So with that being said, I'm excited for this fall. So we have Tango Gameworks is revived by Crafton Studios, thank God, because I do want to see an Evil Within 3. I want to see Hi-Fi Rush 2. I want to see all the games that are the ones that we really like, the studios and just everything in general. Those are the games that we've been waiting for. So with that being said, Evil Within 3, Hi-Fi Rush 2, and some other games too. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Evil Within, and those vibes that come through during the Halloween season is amazing. When Evil Within 2 came out, that was an amazing game in its time, you know. And I had the PS5 Pro. I had the PS5 Pro, and it was just an amazing game overall. And then when you play it on the PS4 Pro, and when I had the PS5, playing on that 60 frames was just another gem in itself. So I'm excited for this fall. We're gonna have some great games. I know we're gonna have some great games for this fall. It's gonna be a great season for gaming. Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Every time I see that game more and more, yes, we're gonna have to get used to the Omni movement. But if they've been working on this game for 4.5 years, can you at least give them some credit for putting so much time into this game and giving us something that truly is going to be different from all the other Call of Duties? Let's give them that credit. Let's start to give them that credit. The zombies look phenomenal. I played zombies last night, Modern Warfare 3, and it was actually fun. Played with a community friend, Lich, and he gave me his loadout, but he told me not to give out the loadout to anybody. So to him, that's a sacred loadout, and it worked. It was very OP, you know. So with that being said, those are very important times with community, with friends, is these games. So Silent Hill 2 in October, Black Ops 6 in October. Now, is the Stalker 2, is that coming out in September? I think it's coming out in September. That's going to be a cool game to jump into, because that game is going to be post-apocalyptic. The sound effects are on point. The graphics are on point. You can't always think that the Xbox is a dead brand. They still can make a game. Yes, it takes longer. Yes, they're putting more into it, but at least we still have a variety. So I have Game Pass. I could play that game on day one, or I could support the studio and buy the game. So I have those options. And next month, this is going to be the month of defining all these new games. What other games are coming out? So we have those games. I think that's really it. But at the same time, we have the beta coming out tomorrow for Call of Duty, and I know y'all gonna jump into that. That's gonna be a fun game. You know, it's gonna be a fun game. We're gonna like it. We always like the beginning of everything. Yeah, we're not gonna like everything about it, but we're gonna like it. It's gonna be one of those days. And you know, I wish I didn't have to work tomorrow, but at the same time, I'll probably be able to chance to play it, especially if I try it out. I think that it starts at 1 o'clock. So with that being said, I'm wondering if the new controller is going to be included with the PS5 Pro. The rumor is also saying that it may come with 2 terabytes. That's going to be huge, because I already have a 4 terabyte card and I have a 2 terabyte card, and then they have an 8 terabyte card, which is massive, but I'm not paying $1,000 for 8 terabytes. It's too much. It's just too much, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I am excited, because if it is that new controller with the digital screen and it's going to give you more of a next gen, come on, you really think Sony's going to give us a PS5 Pro, charge it $699, $599, and not give us a next gen experience? I think we're going to see some pretty cool stuff. But when Nvidia comes out with these new graphics cards, and AMD, which they're already getting ready to roll out, that's going to be innovative in itself. So this year and next year are going to be the redefining generations of gaming. You got all these games coming out, and you got all this tech coming out, hardware, and I guess some software, but that all remains to be seen. So with that in mind, we are excited for this season of gaming. This season of gaming is going to be phenomenal. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this whole video. Thank you so much for tuning in, hitting the like button. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the next video when it comes to the news of gaming. I'm excited. Now, the controller. I'm very excited about the new controller for PlayStation. PlayStation, I'm going to say, is my ecosystem of gaming. Why? Because there's this excitement about PlayStation. There's this feeling that PlayStation really, in my opinion, delivers excitement for gaming. Now, if Microsoft was kind of on the same page, they would do a lot better. But because they don't excite people, get people hyped for the game, the marketing, all that stuff, the trailer sponsoring, last minute stuff, it doesn't work. So you have to promote the game. You have to promote the actual content, because if you don't promote the content, no one's gonna know about the game. So it's one of those situations, you know. So with that being said, let's just go back to the whole concept of gaming. Gaming is evolving, and we're evolving as gamers, and it's just gonna get better and better and better and better. You know what I mean? That's something that's gonna happen. So with that in mind, I appreciate you guys listening to this whole video. This is a long video, and its excitement for gaming is through the roof, okay? I just bought a PSVR 2, and I paid, I think it was like $350 for it. That was a pretty good deal. It went back up to $500, so I'm glad I kind of grabbed onto it, because it's a good deal in my opinion. I am thankful for that deal. Very good deal. And just looking forward to gaming this fall, this season, this autumn. Is going to be a great gaming season. Diablo 4, there's going to be the DLC, Vessels of Hatred. That's going to be interesting. That's another one that's coming out in October. So don't think that I'm going to be playing Call of Duty the whole time. This fall, I'm going to be jumping into Silent Hill 2. I'm going to be jumping into Diablo 4, Stalker 2, and Black Ops 6. Those are, and Hawk Ops, Delta Force Hawk Ops. I'm going to try that out once it's available on console. I don't think they're going to wait too long to release it on console. I really don't. So with that being said, I'm glad you watched this video for this long. It's been exciting. It's been an awesome video. I like making these kind of videos. I'm actually driving my Jaguar XKR. So this car, if I push on the gas hard enough, my phone will go flying off of my dash, because it's just 510 horsepower. It's just 510 horsepower, supercharged V8 5.0, rear wheel drive. Yeah, she's a beach. She likes to go to the beach. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate everything, and thank you so much. I'm officially going back to work today, but next week I have Tuesday off, and I have Monday off, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So it's going to be some beach days, definitely some gaming with my friends, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a wonderful day, and game, excite, be hyped up for the games that are coming out, the accessories. I'm excited for a lot of stuff PlayStation is going to be releasing, and Xbox. I really want to play Stalker 2. That's something I wanted to try. It looks great. You got to give props for the studio in Ukraine making that game, because they're going through a lot of chaos while they made this game. So they waited, and I know there was a lot of delays, but the game is finally coming out, and we want it to be a great game. They said it's 100 hours to beat. That's a long time. So, all right, guys, see you on the next one. Stealth Dragon, subscribe, comment, share the video, smash the like button, and stay Stealth Dragon.